Hi, everyone. This is Jennifer DeTracy, and welcome. We are going to be talking today about how to share AdvoCare with someone when they're noticing your results. So you may be just brand new to AdvoCare a week or two into your 24-day challenge, and you might have people asking you and noticing your results and wondering what to say and how to share it effectively. Or you may be a distributor wanting to learn how to guide someone that you're helping with the products, possibly the 24-day challenge or a different program, and wanting to help guide them so that they can effectively share with others. And, what I have up on your screen here, it's very natural to share something that we feel brings us value. And it's very natural to want to help others. But sometimes when it comes to AdvoCare, people try and overcomplicate it. And usually it's by saying too much. And so what I'm going to show you is a very easy, simple process. Whether you're interested in AdvoCare as a business or not, let's just think of this as bringing value to other people's lives. Okay? And so when we're sharing, we need to know what to say, we need to know what not to say, and we need to know how to answer questions we don't know. Most importantly, you're not selling, you're not convincing, you're not closing. What you are is a messenger. You feel great, you are excited about your results, and you're simply sharing that excitement with someone else and really just asking them, would you like to learn more? Okay, it's not your job to explain to them how it works, why it works, what it costs. Really, it's just, this is working for me. Here's what's happening. Would you like to learn more? And so there's a very simple process in how we share results. And it starts like this. Where was I? Before you started AdvoCare, how did you feel physically, mentally, emotionally? What was going on in you? Were you tired? Were you feeling like you were at a plateau, working out and nothing was happening? Or did you see someone else's results? So what I saw, you're at a certain place where you're ready for change. And usually people that get started with AdvoCare, they see something that makes them want to get started. Maybe you saw somebody else's results. Maybe you were just sick and tired of yo-yoing back and forth, and you decided that instead of a fat diet, you wanted to do something nutritionally based, and you found AdvoCare, whatever it was that you saw. So this is just very brief statements about, someone says, my gosh, you're just glowing, or are you doing something different? And the first response might be, yeah, I am. Have you ever heard of AdvoCare? Okay, so they notice. You say, yeah, have you ever heard of AdvoCare? And then if they say yes or no, you say, gosh, I've only been doing this about 2 weeks, but, I was just feeling exhausted, feeling like I wanted to take naps in the middle of the day, and I was just stuck as far as my results in the gym. And I saw my friend Susan, who lost 15 pounds in 24 days, and she just was feeling amazing. And that's what you saw. That's where you were. That's what you saw. Number 3, what's happened? So you want to share with them what's happened so far. I went from drinking 2 pots of coffee a day to having this Spark drink that AdvoCare has, and I've got better mental clarity, better focus, and I don't crash throughout the day like I did when I drank coffee. Or, gosh, I'm 8 days into this and I've lost 6 pounds and my energy levels increased. So whatever has happened, you're going to share what has happened, where I was, what I saw, what's happened, and simply, would you like to learn more about it? So this is about 30 seconds, maybe a minute, but it's a very brief statement. We call this your story about where you were, what you saw, and what has happened. And when you invite someone to learn more, you're going to do one of 2 things. Okay, this is where a lot of times people get others saying, well, that's really great for you. Okay? The point here is that you want it to be really great for them because you know it can bring them value, and they've already asked you about it. And so there's two things that you can do to invite them to learn more, because we don't want you as a brand new person to be trying to answer people's questions. They're not really qualified to do that. And it's a very simple, easy out to say to someone, you know what, I'd love to answer your questions, but this is all brand new to me and I'm not really qualified to do that. Someone's not going to hound you for answers if you say, I'm brand new, I'm loving it, I feel great, but as far as answering questions, I have an excellent Advocare coach who helps me with that. And the first step is for you to watch a short overview, and if you like what you see, the next step is. And so I'm going to get to that in a second. I'm jumping ahead of myself. But there's two ways to invite someone to learn more. One is our text message tool, which is really easy. If they have an iPhone or a smartphone, just have someone grab out their phone and send a text message to 96362 and put in there 24DC. All lowercase, no spaces. It will text message them back immediately an audio that is 9 minutes long. It has me explaining the 24-day challenge, and it has 5 really great testimonials of some varied people, a 100-pound weight loss story, 2 firefighters, husband and wife losing 70 pounds, a friend of mine who got his daughter on sports performance products for her softball, and he ended up losing 35 pounds in 38 days, and his wife was helped with some health conditions that she had. She added in Advocare, which made a tremendous difference in her health. And another thing that's really important to mention, you guys, is we can't make medical claims. We're not doctors, but you can absolutely say how you feel and what's happened. You know, since I've started Advocare, here's what has happened for me. That's not a medical claim. That's what's happened to you and your health. And so this is the easiest way right here after you share a story to have someone learn more. The second easiest way is to send them to our website, Advocare by Design, click Nutrition Programs, and then click the 24-day challenge. Right there you'll find the audio, and you'll also, the audio that gets sent to them with the text message, and also you'll find a 13-minute video. Those are both great resources to have someone learn more in a short overview. And then, this is where it gets very strategic. You don't have to memorize the statement that's up on your screen, but this is what I teach people, which is, if you like what you see, the next step is getting on the line with the Advocare coach that helped me get started. So do you notice I didn't make this an option? I didn't say, would you like to talk with my leader or my mentor? I called just an Advocare coach. Would you, and then you say, if you like what you see like I did, the next step is getting on the line with the Advocare coach that helped me get started. She'll answer your questions, match you within your goals and budget, and if it's appropriate, will help you get started. This is not a sales call. It's a relationship call. You'll notice when I get on a call with someone, I'm, for the first several minutes, just asking them questions about themselves. I'm trying to understand their goals so I can help them the best that I can help them. So you can always know that when you get a friend or someone that you care about on the line with one of our Advocare coaches, they're never going to embarrass you. They're never going to be a salesperson. The goal is to help someone better their life. And so the first couple minutes of the call, you're just listening in after you introduce, and that's my goal in the beginning of the call, is find out what their needs are. And so this is all that you have to do. And if you memorize this or just kind of understand it, it's going to help you a lot in not feeling frustrated. Just basically saying, hey, if you like what you see, the next step is getting on the line with the Advocare coach who helped me. She's going to answer your questions, match you within your goals and budget, and if it's appropriate from there, she'll help you get started. Here's the catch. You have to ask when is a good time, because you have to schedule this call with your Advocare coach. So when is a good time frame, tonight or tomorrow, and I'll see if they're available for a call. Okay? So then what happens is they start bombarding you with questions. How do you answer these questions? It's very, very simple. You don't. You don't have to answer any questions. Let me give you a couple examples. Price. They say, well, how much does it cost? Well, that is a really great question. I was told that it depends on your current health, your eating habits, and your activity level. So each person is different, and each person's matched within your goals and budget. Okay? When is a good time for you for a quick call? That's it. You're not talking about price because people value, okay? They're going to value AdvoCare more when they watch that overview video. If you just throw out a price, number one, that's not a price per day probably. And number two, do they value? People buy what they value, right? If somebody goes out and buys a new pair of shoes, or they go out to dinner and they choose an entree, they're going to choose based on if they think that it's worth that amount of money, okay? And a lot of times people need validation that AdvoCare is something that is going to bring them value. And they're starting to get a little bit of that credibility, a little bit of that validation with your story, but they need to see more. And also, if I have to get someone started for a little less, because we have 3 different levels of our 24-day challenge, and that really is based on someone's goals and budget. And if I have to get someone started on a little bit less, I will, because less is better than nothing. Now, we're not going to cut so many corners that someone doesn't achieve the results that they desire to achieve. But if I can take baby steps in helping somebody get healthy, it's much better than them not getting started at all, especially if they really, truly are ready and want to change their health. Ingredients or comparisons. Well, how does this compare to this diet? Or how does this compare to that? Or does it have this ingredient or that ingredient? Your response. That's a great question. I don't really know about that. But what I do know is how I feel and how this is working for me. Okay? That is the answer right there, because you don't know. And you don't need to try you don't need to try to act like you do know. That is what is the AdvoCare coach is going to answer. And a lot of times sometimes I don't know either. I don't do a lot of ingredient comparisons. What I do know is that AdvoCare has a scientific, medical, and advisory board, as well as a research and development department comprised of several doctors that are at the very tops of their field in pharmacy, in toxicology, in biochemistry, in surgery, and in fields where they have a very established careers that they would not be willing to jeopardize by having their name plastered on a hokey supplement company. AdvoCare's been around for over 20 years, and these doctors have never had a stain on their white lab coat, so to speak. And so when I talk with somebody, I'm not going to be comparing ingredient for ingredient when I'm not a doctor or a biochemist, and I don't truly know the difference, okay? The last one is a really easy answer, which is, you know what? I'm brand new to this, and I'm not qualified to answer that question. And don't be afraid to say that, because you are brand new, and you might be somebody that's, maybe you're interested in AdvoCare as something that's going to bring in income on the side for you and your family, and maybe you're just interested in helping someone better their life, and that's what is important for you. I'm brand new to this, and I'm really not qualified to answer that question. So the next step is, when can you have a chance to watch that short overview? And I will get you on the line with the AdvoCare coach helping me, and I'm sure he or she will be able to answer that question for you. Okay? So simple, simple, simple. Setting up the call. Setting up the call is a text message to your AdvoCare coach, okay? And just text. If you're texting me, for example, all I need is a time frame of availability. Somebody's watching the video, they're watching the overview, and they said they're available between 4 and 7 o'clock. I'm going to text you back and let you know if a time frame in there. What I do is I block off a half an hour time frame. It doesn't usually take that long, but I'll block off that half an hour, and I'll confirm the time with you, and you'll confirm time with both parties. At the time of the call, you're simply going to call your Advocare coach, and you're going to three-way phone call together into the person who has watched the overview. It is your job to simply introduce your coach to your friend and tell your coach what has been discussed so far or any details they should know. So let me give you an example. You know, if you're on the phone with me and we're calling Susan, and you might say, Susan, this is Jennifer. Jennifer is my Advocare coach who helped me get started. She's been doing this for a long time, is an expert on knowing how to match people with their goals and with their budget, and I'm excited for you to be able to ask her any questions that you have. Susan, or Jennifer, this is Susan. Susan's been my friend since high school. We've known each other a long time. We've both struggled with weight loss on and off and tried several different things, and Susan has been noticing my results. She asked me about what I'm doing and has watched the overview, and I'm going to let you take it over from here. And then all you have to do is mute your phone. If there's any health conditions that Susan has, or maybe something that Susan told you that you think is important for me to know, then you can tell me that too. You want me to know what Susan knows. You don't want to leave your Advocare coach in the dark or throw us under the bus, right? You want us to know what has been discussed so far, what the situation is. I mean, you can say even something like, you know, Susan, you know, told me she's very skeptical of trying something new because she's tried everything. And I felt the same way as she did. So, you know, if Susan's already told you that, let me know that. You know, if Susan has said anything that you think would be pertinent that your Advocare coach should know, say that with Susan listening so that we can all be on the same page. It's really important, and it will really help the call go a lot more smoothly. And again, if they have not watched the video, I'm going to probably send them right back to the video instead of finish the call. Okay, so next, simple, you listen and learn. Just put that phone on mute. Even if you feel the urge to talk, it's really important that we don't tag team on someone when we're on the phone with them, and that you really use this as a time. You already talked to Susan. You just really use this as a time to listen. And if you are interested in Advocare as something that you're going to want to be able to share with others in the future, this is called on-the-job training. If you're just wanting to help someone and you're not interested in doing the follow-up and you're not interested in doing anything else, then you're really just listening. You're just listening in, and we're handling the rest of the call. After the call, you're going to be placing this order, okay? Whether you are trying to reach the 40% level with Advocare, whether you were just sharing with a friend to help them out, whether you're wanting to start Advocare as a business, you're still going to be placing the order. And so we want you to know how to be able to do this, because it is going to give you credit. Okay, it's going to give you credit to raise up your discount level. And if your discount level is higher than someone else's, Advocare is going to send you referral income. And you can use that referral income to pay for your products. You can use that referral income to do really whatever you want with. You know, when we recommend a good restaurant or a good movie, wouldn't it be nice if they sent us a gift certificate each time for a free meal? And that's, you know, that's really just how Advocare works. Advocare is about sharing and paying forward to others good health and helping others design a life that they love. It is not just about a 24-day challenge. It is about helping others design a life that they love. And so at whatever level that you want to do that, you're still going to be placing that order. The second thing that you're going to do, and this is actually dependent on what your goals are with Advocare, you need to tell your Advocare coach, you know, my goal is that this is my training, and I want to make $1,000, $2,000 a month with Advocare, so I'm using this as my training, on-the-job training. Or you're going to say, you know what, I want to get to the top discount level with Advocare of 40%, but I'm not interested in doing Advocare as a business. Your coach needs to know that. because whoever you guys just got started deserves the very best customer service and follow-up, and somebody has to do it. And so there's a follow-up guide. Here's where you get it, advocarebydesign.com. You click members, and then you click docs to download, and you'll see that follow-up guide right there, which is a very simple, easy system to follow to make sure that people are taken care of when they get started on the products. Okay, and the last thing after the call that you want to do is you want to watch our video, How to Get to 40%. And 40% is the cheapest way to get your Advocare products, and it is the starting line to Advocare as a business. And so there are 4 relationships that you can choose to have with Advocare. 1 is a retail customer. That's someone without a membership. 2 is a wholesale customer. And if you're watching this video, you have already become most likely a wholesale customer, which is just a customer who's saving money. Number 3 is a hobbyist, someone who shares Advocare with others, isn't interested in the business, but loves helping people and wants to possibly get up to the 40% discount. That's a hobbyist. And that you definitely want to watch that How to Get to 40% video so that you're not really shooting in the dark wondering how it works, that you know what needs to happen to make getting to 40% happen. And then the 4th relationship with Advocare is someone who has a business mindset. And, you know, this is where I was. This is my 7th year now with Advocare. And I had a business mindset in the beginning because I was a single mom at the time. I was working paycheck to paycheck. I got amazing results on Advocare, and I saw it as a way to bring me home as a mom. I was dropping my kids off at daycare every day. I was having daycare raise my children, and I knew I had a passion for health and wellness. And if I could share health and wellness with others and help them, that was going to be a win-win situation because I could also be the stay-at-home mom that I wanted to be. And so I used Advocare as a way to help people design their lives with health and wellness, but also to help my family design our life. And within 3 years with Advocare, my first year, at 10 hours a week, I was able to add an extra $37,000 on the side of my current job, part-time with Advocare as an additional income. And each year, I told you guys I'm in my 7th year now, each year I have almost doubled that $37,000. And by my 3rd year, I was earning a 6-figure income with Advocare. So we have hundreds of people on our team that earn a couple $100s a month with Advocare, which pays for their products. And we have several, probably 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 households that are earning $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month, and all the way up to $50,000, $60,000 a month with Advocare. So really it depends on your mindset and what you want. But bottom line is that we want to help others improve their lives. This is not about sales. It's about relationships. It's not necessarily about a 24-day challenge. It's about designing a life that you love and that someone else loves. And a lot of times we don't value our health until it's gone. Actually, most of the time we don't value our health until it's gone. Our health is our most valuable asset that we have. It's more important than the car we drive, the house we live in, really anything. And so what I love about Advocare is we're sharing and we're helping people with the most important thing in their lives. And so it's valuable. It's appreciated when you share it with others. Don't ever feel like you're bringing something lesser than to someone. People appreciate it when you share it correctly. So share it, enjoy it for yourself, enjoy it for others, and we hope that this helped you in making sure that you do that effectively so that it's not frustrating, it's something that you enjoy, and you can help others in the process. So thanks so much for listening. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.